There was a time that in this part of the world, it was almost like a taboo. Parents will frown at it, even the culture itself will frown at it. But at that time, it was becoming like a common thing in other parts of the world. And then gradually, people started accepting it as a way of life. It's become so common that people say, at this point, there's nothing you really can do about it. According to social scientists, they define it as two adults of the opposite sex living together intimately in a non-marital relationship. That is cohabitation. And that is what we'll be talking about on today's edition of the program. My name is Dimeji and Moninkanola, Ogidan, my co-anchor person, is there as well.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. So Dimeji already set the pace. I'd like to first of all say that from what you said initially, there's also there's a research that was made, and it was discovered that a larger percentage of people who cohabit don't eventually get married. So basically, many of these things are not opened to a lot of people. Like, people do not even know that this has its own bad side. So this is going to be it on the program for today, and we like to make your Fridays very memorable. And this afternoon we have.
Okay, Moni, before we get to that point, you just talked about statistics. Let me quickly read out some. In the year 2002, statistics show that roughly 50% of women and 45% of men had already cohabited outside of marriage by the age of 25. Statistics also reveal that 58% of women between the ages of 25 and 30 had cohabited at some point in their lives. And unlike the older generation, this thing is more common, more acceptable to the younger generation. That is why it will continue to be on the increase, because, as they say, youth are the leaders of tomorrow. So if they find it very acceptable, that means it will continue to be on the increase. And then the acceptable, or let me say the average age at which people get married will continue to increase. So, at some point during the days of our fathers and our mothers, there were people who got married at the age of 18, 19, 20, 21. Now, it's becoming 31, 29, 30, 32, because many people will rather live together, enjoy the benefits of marriage without being married.
Okay.
So, Moni, let's introduce our guest.
Miriam, good afternoon. You seem to be the only one who is not as regular as the regulars. Jumoke is in the house. Good afternoon, Jumoke. And Sukomi as well.
Good afternoon.
Okay, so can I go?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So I saw this post that said that one of the reasons, or one of the things that has contributed to moral decadence in our society is cohabitation. Jumoke, do you agree to that?
Well, that's the truth. Because someone you've known for like 3-4 years, you've been staying together, no legal backing, you've not paid the dowry, and it's more or less like see finish. You now ask yourself, what else do I want in this person?
What if they are not doing any see finish?
It is see finish. You know the way he sleeps, you know the way he snores, you know how he eats. So
what if I pretend not to snore while you're
There is no way you pretend. The day is coming, he's going to snore. So you ask yourself, what else do I want in this marriage? And going into that marriage, you begin to ask yourself again, why not I step outside and find something new from what I've been seeing after the marriage has been legalized? So it's see finish.
Okay, let's quickly say to people that we're not just, because oftentimes when you talk about cohabitation, people quickly think about students. We're not just talking about students, we're talking about people.
It could be marriageable age.
It could be that you've been married before. Maybe you're divorced now, or your husband or your wife died. You're now living together with somebody you're not married to, and you're enjoying all the benefit of marriage even without being married. Let's quickly ask, why do you think? I'm going to ask you, Komi, why do you think people engage in cohabitation?
Well,
why do they do it?
Many reasons, different folks for different people. It could be that maybe like they just want to enjoy whatever it is that you enjoy in marriage and
Sex without commitment.
Pre-marriage.
then on the part of the ladies,
Free food, free everything.
on the part of the ladies now, maybe they don't want to trust the other partner, don't trust him too much, so he wants to give a kind of close marking. So in the course of that, gradually she will just from his own when she comes visiting, she came with tomorrow. 2 shirts, so she will leave one behind.
So you are talking from experience.
So it happens like that, and whenever she's around, she also when around 7 p.m. Hello, where are you? I'm at so and things like that. So just want to
also sign up now.
So normally, even if it's a civil servant, at least by 4 you would have left office now. So and things like that. And on the part of the ladies, maybe I'm not in the position to say, but from what I've seen, it's like for them they just under the pretense of I want to understudy. I want to know him very well.
Why ladies?
And things that, and for guys as well.
And that will lead
they want to. And for guys as well, they want to like let me know this kind of person.
Let me put a word to it. Test run. You want to test run.
Exactly.
You want to test run.
Not only test run. Mike Akintunde used to say that if you want to know how really pretty a lady is, just see that lady
very early in the morning.
Very early in the morning. She wants to know. So for some people, they want to know if maybe it's not concealer that is concealing those black spots and things.
All
like
those
that.
Foundation that women use.
Yeah.
So
they really want to know.
I want to ask, do you think it's just the ladies who feel they want to see if they can know the man? That's why because you said that you think that the lady wants to understudy him.
Everybody wants to test.
But
not just the lady.
He is saying to study the lady now.
To study, like the lady wants to study.
He also mentioned the guys.
Test running.
Yeah, he also mentioned the guys. That guys do it as well.
Okay.
They want
It's
to
also
test
part
run.
of test running. Yes.
I read somewhere that some young people or people who do it, some of them are scared of getting married, of commitment. That some of them are also scared of divorce. Especially when there are people around them whose marriages have crashed, and rather than going to these and suffer all the pains and the misfortune and the embarrassment that come with it, why don't just I tag along, enjoy everything without commitment, and then if we are to part our separate ways, why not? I've not lost anything.
And
Miriam, what do you think?
Another person?
Yeah, move on to another person. Miriam, what do you think? Is it true that most young people now are scared of marriage? Are you scared of marriage because you are not married?
I'm actually not scared of marriage. I'm scared of commitment.
Is this marriage is commitment?
Marriage is commitment.
So let me say that way. I'm actually scared of marriage. Though I'm not from divorced parents or single parents. My parents are happily married. But
what happens around you?
What happens around me? I would say I'm scared of marriage.
But would you? Just a minute. Would you now because of that, settle for cohabitation over marriage?
I would never settle for cohabitation over marriage.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't.
But I think I have a contrary view. From what I've seen, even from the university days, I think there are ladies, most ladies out there, they are willing to get married. They are they are very much in haste
to get married.
Honestly,
they want to trick the guy.
You're talking about then or now?
Now I'm telling you now.
They want to trick a guy into marrying them.
Even
so they practically
dating as an undergraduate, you will see them all over you. You will see them all over you. So even at that point, even at that point, when you get to 300 level, 400 level, the lady will be telling you, when will you come to our house? No, it's when will you come visiting? No, you come to our house. So it's like that. Parents are not there to see what their daughter or what their children are doing.
But do you know that there are parents that even they support and encourage cohabitation.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That was why I said earlier that. For what I know, that there are parents that support early marriage. Maybe they have a daughter that is somehow lousy.
I say
so they will support that. If it's like 300 level, 400 level, or at age of 18, I beg, let me
the mother could see a young girl, you know, totin wale won totin she pe ìwọ náà wálé kó wálé, she will not even in their house. So I'm not saying she's coming to their family house where, you know, the mother and the father and the other siblings are. So they even
come to the house.
I dated a girl for 3 years, and I was going to the family house. I would spend like a month there. So
really,
2 months there.
So it's becoming acceptable in our society, and it brings that question to mind that the abnormal is we are living in
the abnormal is becoming
the normal in our society. Okay. Yes, Jumoke, what's that face?
Okay. Before we go on, because she was saying before I said something, let me say something. I'm gonna be real as real as a gex on this program this afternoon. So no sugar as a gex, no sugar coating it. At some point in our lives. Mm-hmm. Many of us have done it.
Yes.
It could be, going, do 1 month, go over and then do 2 months. But we have done it, so I'm not going to pretend. That's why I'm not going to judge anybody.
For doing that.
So, Moni asked you a question.
Is that?
No, he said, why the face? That's what you asked me.
Yeah, I was asking why you were making a face like... that sounded strange to you.
Some parents are accepting the norm.
True.
Well... Maybe speaking for myself.
They've already taken you as their son-in-law or their daughter-in-law now. So it's to parents. It's nothing wrong.
Let's get a structure on it. Okay, we were talking about why people do it. We've talked about maybe some people want to trick guys into get married. So can we mention sex and all the other without commitment? You mentioned Moni we also talked about parents accepting that. Yeah, parents are also responsible for that. And then fear of divorce and all of that.
Yes.
Okay, let's move on. Let's talk about factors that could be responsible for it, that could cause it.
Well, maybe economically.
Some people say, yeah.
The lady might not be able to fend for herself.
Even guys do.
So they're looking for free food. Why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? That's the thing.
You want to be milking the cow free of time.
You don't want to pay. That's the thing. That's what some people are engaged, especially for the guys now. They look for a lady who is well-to-do. And they move in with her, and she's like, oh God, I have this guy to myself. That's another thing. Economically, they felt, yes, this is a safe haven for me, and I can save my money to buy a car while somebody is feeding me.
Go diggers.
Okay. Sukomi mentioned something earlier, and I'd like to say this, that there was this study that was carried out in 2017 at the Adekunle Ajasin University Akoko here, and it found that that between 25% and 50% of students of that university, you went there, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that they engage in cohabitation, and 71.8% of the students agreed that it is immoral. But then, between 25 and 50% of the students of Adekunle Ajasin University Akoko still engage in extramarital affairs. So, would you agree? Because some people say too much freedom could lead into it. For instance, in the case of students, people who are leaving their home for the very first time, and they've never been so free, and now there's freedom.
Yeah.
I'm gonna enjoy myself.
Yeah,
exactly.
To the
so
fullest,
long,
seriously.
The freedom has come.
That's why some people will want to kick against the fact that the strictness of some parents while their children are still under their care before they get exposed to the uncontrolled world of a tertiary institution. So that's what we call them a get inside. Before whenever you want to go to their house, you will and things like that.
So still under the man's in their neighborhood.
Yes, even at that, parents still need, aside giving sex education to children at home, still need to give them a little free hand. Then you watch them.
Allowing some level of freedom.
Yeah, then you watch them from afar. You observe them with keen interest. So whatever action children are exhibiting, then you tend to talk to them on it, or probably control whatever thing they are doing. So because there are different guys on campuses that would definitely, when you get engaged with them or you get entangled with them,
with the Yahoo Plus guys.
They would, maybe I should say, they would deceive you into doing it, or they would lure you into doing it and things like that. So most of our campuses, we have Yahoo boys.
I also think that
very much
insecurity is another reason why people do it.
Yes.
I've mentioned about insecurity, that maybe the issue of trust is there. That's why.
Or you want to trick the guy into
marrying you.
And there are some young ladies that have had encounters with you that they have this psyche, they are crazy about marriage. They want to get married.
Mostly on the part of the guys, I don't think it has been insecurity. Most guys will do it. We just do it for, when I did it, I did it for the freebies. Not food now, not money. No, if money had come, we would have taken. But then I did it for the free sex without commitment. That's one of the freebies that come with it. Yeah.
Dimeji.
but I think
okay. Let me ask this: do you think that cohabitation has any advantages?
Well,
Miriam,
the freebies for me is one of it. Good or bad, the freebies is one.
Freebies.
Let's turn to Miriam. Miriam, what do you think?
It has few advantages and many disadvantages.
Few.
Let's talk about the advantages now.
Taking this for this instance of lockdown, where some people were able to cohabit with their
everybody is lockdown.
Because of the lockdown, many people were able to forced to live with their boyfriends, girlfriends, fiancés, and all the rest. And the people
lockdown met you and
they had no choice but to
love it,
but to stay there in the place of knowing each other.
Test running.
Is it test running?
It's test running now. If you want to start a radio station, NBC will not allow you to just go like that. You have to test run.
Even if you want to buy Gary,
you do test transmission.
Buy Gary, you will test.
Mama show con, Gary con.
Even if it is gone, I don't need you.
Hold on a bit, Miriam. I think that this is one aspect we're not looking at. Take for instance, a young man or a young guy who has left home and is going to school. Unfortunately or fortunately for him, he's not even staying on campus. He has an apartment in town, and we are going to currently and there's this very good girl who comes around his house,
cook for him.
Cooks, cleans the house.
Are they dating?
Sorry?
Are they dating?
Yes.
Okay.
They are dating, but maybe he just wants her to be around like that. Sometimes.
It's just companionship, not commitment.
It's not like
that's what I'm saying. It's not really that strong. Like
okay, money.
So
money.
You are saying that is not true.
Money is still test running. Let me explain to you.
About companionship now.
Wait, hold on. This is what I'm trying to even.
I understand your question, but I want to answer your question. Now, for instance, you have a guy. I didn't do it as a student. I did it as somebody who was already working.
No.
I was working for the federal government. I had a federal job, so I had my own apartment. So I was financially
young guy who is financially okay.
Now I said test run because not just the freebies that I mentioned earlier. There are so many. For every girl they have cohabited with, I've learned something from them. Mm-hmm. She was talking about cooking. I'm an only son, so I grew up with 7 sisters. And my mother and my stepmother. Now, in a place where you hardly do anything as the guy, you understand? Where you hardly do anything. My mother would even wash my my clothes and all of that. My food would be ready anytime. But then I had the opportunity of learning from my girlfriends, the ones I cohabited with. I learned cooking from them. So today I can say I'm a good cook. I learned how to take care of the house from there.
So for you, that's advantages.
Yes, these are some of the advantages. So I learned from that. Was why I said test running. In test running, you are trying to if this will be good, if this, and then you pick up some things in the process. You make mistakes, you try to build on them. And that's why I say for me, there were some of the disadvantages. There were. We'll get to that point. But for me, you have someone constantly in your space.
Exactly.
That you're responsible to, even if you're not
privacy.
married. I remember there was a day when I was, a lady came home with me, 7 p.m., no house in my house. I opened my door, with my own key. My girlfriend was already in the house without lights. So it was. The lady who came with me, Omoto sign gone. Behind just all this outside, what they do your girlfriend? Tell her more. Make it I go push her. So for me, that's some of the things.
Then another advantage there is they can separate without going.
Yeah,
to
you
can decide when to end it. That's one advantage for those people.
But it's not like we are making this
Moninkanola,
fly.
I think I used to have a friend. He's still my friend anyways, though distance, we're miles apart now. He's a naval officer. His wife might be listening now. During our days back at the university, he had few girlfriends, and in the process of dating, while they technically cohabitate, this one is not good. This one is good. This one is not good. So that was how he got to know, he met his present wife. The house was not so far, just maybe a few buildings away to our own house. And we felt, okay, I feel contented with this.
So you think that it's a time for people to choose?
In marriage, they are happily married.
I would advise it for people of marriageable age.
To test run.
I just think it's just to get
not
each other.
strong.
It's not. I don't see that.
Living lovers. Let me use another one. Living lovers.
Do you know the fault? Do you know the fault in that scenario? The fault in there is that I can pretend. I could pretend to be good.
I get married to
and get married to you, and then I show
but for how long will you so you could pretend for 3 years,
yes,
for 4 years?
Yes.
Then you are devil.
We're really good.
Marriage changes people. Marriage changes people.
Yes, exactly. I think even behaviors you don't think you have yourself.
You begin to exhibit.
You yourself don't believe you have. So marriage really changes.
Would you say the advantages of test running or cohabitation outweigh the disadvantages? I mean, the advantages of marriage.
Advantages of cohabitation and
settle down rather than continue to live together and enjoy the freebies without commitment.
No. I'd rather get married than I just cohabitate for like a year plus, but
okay, you have that
eventually get married.
Yeah?
Actually, I wouldn't lie. I actually plan.
It depends. Maybe it depends on where she is.
Actually,
I think one thing people are afraid of is distance relationship.
Okay.
Many guys, many ladies out there can't do distant relationship. And if both of us reside in Akure, why not? You can come one weekend, you can do this and do that.
But for me, I think the benefits of marriage are more. In the sense that marriage gives you that lifelong commitment.
And you have a room to do whatever you want to do.
Will never give you. You can up and leave at any point. Even when things are rough, you can up and leave because you're not just responsible to your you're not just responsible to your wife or to your husband or to your kids. You are responsible to your extended family. You're responsible to the society. You're responsible to so many people, to the system. Because going to church or going to the registry, you know that there are legal constraints as well. If you want to divorce, these are some of the things. So I think for me, marriage has more benefit, and then marriage, like I said, gives people more commitment. The lady you're cohabiting with will not be so committed to you as your wife would, because whether you like it or not, when two people cohabit, there is that thing in the littlest part of your mind that this may not work eventually. This could eat the rocks eventually. So everybody's careful. I'm careful with my money. You're careful with your money. I'm trying to. So, but in marriage, you can go all out and be committed. How many girlfriends? Somebody you're cohabiting will not pray for you as your wife would or as your husband would. But I don't even think that prayer will be answered because biblically speaking, you are swimming in sin.
Yes,
I have swam in sin at some point, but God bless my soul.
I'll bring you back.
So if you're doing it, you are swimming in sin. So I think marriage is better.
Yes. I think some people don't believe in marriage. Like, upon refer to date is not married. It is just. Is he? I will not call our boyfriend of many years our boyfriend.
I think I've had little friends, female friends now that they deliberately wanted to cohabit because they want to is it part of that test running? They want to know what marriage looks like, what it will look. They just want to have
That's what I'm saying.
Inkling about
marriage without being married.
And some people
they want to experience marriage without being married. Let me say this: no matter how long you try to experience marriage without being married, it will not look like marriage
at all.
Take it from me. For somebody who's been there, I've been there, I've done that. But I've been there, I've done that. It will never look like marriage. Test run for 50 years.
At all.
It will never look like marriage. There are some things that come with marriage that will never come with your test running. It will never look like marriage.
Really?
There are blessings that comes with marriage.
Not just the blessings.
Even the struggles.
I'm telling you, there is a limit.
Marriage is a journey. Cohabitation is not a journey. It's a journey to nowhere. It's a journey that could lead. It could lead to marriage, or sometimes it leads nowhere. And then talking about the effect, the disadvantage of it. There are people who would, take themselves from their parents out, go live with a boyfriend, who will violate them, who will maltreat them,
and they dare not go back.
And at the end of the day, you are not married. You have been exposed to violence, domestic. Are we going to call this domestic violence, or is it computational violence? And then at the end of the day, you end up with low self-esteem. I've seen ladies like that. They end up with low self-esteem, and for women, it affects women more. You put 5 years into cohabitation. Eventually, it hits the rocks.
That's too long.
It affects their psyche. So they tread on waters around other guys. Even when the good guy comes around, they don't know.
For someone to date a single person for 5 years without marriage, that person will be a terrible politician. Yeah, if that person eventually becomes a governor, for 5 years,
I think we should.
There are people like that. There are people like that.
Even more than 5 years.
I know of someone
no. I ain't gonna do that.
They dated for 14 years. They cohabitated for 8 years, and everyone automatically sees them as husband and wife, only for the guy to impregnate someone outside. And someone's not asking the lady, don't you know he could betray you? And they said, no, I trusted him that he can never do that. Were you ever pregnant for him? He said, yes, but he asked me to abort it so that we can have a white wedding.
And that's one of the disadvantages. Abortions. Too many abortions, especially when you have, because there's a likelihood that people who cohabit will have unprotected sex.
Yes.
And there will be many abortions, except if the guy is sterile. There will be, or the girl is unproductive. There will be many abortions. And then in the process, you could lose your life. You could even have
lose your womb.
You could even have
STIs.
issues.
And the guy will move on.
And he will move on, of course he will move
after on. The whole 14 years wasted, up to this moment, up to this moment, this lady I'm talking about should be over 40. And she said, no way for marriage in her life. That she cannot commit herself to any other man again.
I think she allowed it.
And the guy is married now, I think, with our 3 kids.
Men move on faster.
It's not that, sometimes it's not that she allowed it. She's very stupid.
Don't use that word.
No.
Don't use that word, please.
Because
don't use that word.
She behaves like that. Because if you are in a relationship, that kind of thing, you should be thinking with. You don't think with your emotions. You think with your head.
Women think more. Women are emotional beings.
Listen to me. This guy decided.
If she started in at the age of 20, then by then she'll be 34.
No, that's too much.
And the guy.
There are some women that enter menopause at 36. Now, at this age.
And I think why she allowed it was that after secondary
Comes to
school,
marriage.
she didn't proceed to the tertiary institution, and she went to learn trade. She was an hairdresser, and the guy set her up with the intention that okay, we have happily ever after.
As in he led her on.
So we've talked about some of the disadvantages. Abortions, you could lose your life in the process. STIs, even HIV, you could lose your life in the process as well.
And even the fear of commitment later on.
Gender-based violence, we talked about that. There are so many of these guys who cohabit, the way they beat up themselves. Though it happens in marriages as well. But then, marriage is marriage. But with cohabitation, at the end of the day, you just get beaten for nothing. For nothing.
Especially the
okay, even if it is marriage, some people say Tori on money.
This one, what do you say, Tori?
And then for people who are still for students, I think it's a major distraction as well.
Yeah.
For to be focused on your academics or any school activities, because you are more like a
wife.
A wife.
Yeah.
My wife. You want to make sure. Yes, now.
Only for the ladies. For instance, the guy will go to his lecture
And he's expecting food when it comes back.
Oh my gosh!
You know that's
You are not a wife. You are not a wife.
Yeah, you be
but
acting like a wife.
You are already showing the responsibility of a wife, except for child rearing. But every other thing, you cook,
You fetch his
take
water,
care of the
you
house,
clean.
and then you warm his bed. So, for like Moni said, it could distract you. It could affect your performance in school.
It's good. Not it's good. It will.
and then some people have dropped out. Some people had abortions in the process. They had to drop out. Some died in the process.
Funny enough, you see,
some people will even have to maybe for the period of 9 months just get pregnant, so it will truncate that academic process.
They go over and then come back.
Yes.
And then what if the lady dies in your house?
I'm not sure anyone. No one is.
Especially you forget underlying, especially when you are cohabiting without the knowledge
of any of the parents.
Two parents.
I told Jumoke.
That's why I've always been scared of cohabitation.
The last
And then she dies in your house.
The last time I was on from my house, there was this guy who had a girlfriend who had I can't remember what that she was actually sick. You know, this one, Dimeji's own, maybe anything could happen naturally. Some things could just happen naturally. But the lady has natural. She has illness, a particular illness, maybe asthma or something. But the guy doesn't know.
Oh my goodness!
And the lady, instead of going home, I think they had break from school. Instead of going home, she decided to spend some days with him before she goes home. And then, unfortunately for the guy, the lady died in his house over the night. I don't know where that case is today, but I am sure that the guy, he won't do that again.
You know what Moni just said now? You know, when I look back, some of the things we have done, we just have to thank God. I dated a sickle seller for more than 4 years. And
she was sleeping in your house?
Yeah, of course. And, you know, with the crises and everything, I slept in hospitals, you know, monitoring and all of that. In fact, there was a particular one that she nearly died.
Dimeji,
except for my neighbor.
Did you know her parents?
Of course.
That's even better.
They knew me.
Some people get into relationships.
As well, anything can happen.
Some people get into relationships without even the parents
are not even aware.
I had to call the parents. I called the parents. Sometimes the parents send a car to come and take her out. Yeah, so because of course they knew.
Yes, but when you don't know, and then 1 o'clock, someone starts doing something, and
students cannot even go home and tell their parent that is what they are doing. They won't even tell their parents that I'm not staying in my hostel.
They can't even say they have a boyfriend. Don't talk of cohabiting. Some of them are
there is no way they can come out and tell the guy in school that I actually.
What's the role of parents in all of this?
Well,
should parents monitor their kids more? You have a kid in the higher institution and you don't even go visiting, or you tell them when you come visiting, Mama, why don't you pop in once in a while?
My mom
pop in once in a while.
I had
just pop into her apartment once in a while, or into his apartment once in a while, and see all the skirts and the shoes, ladies' shoes, or see all the jeans or guys' jeans.
Which you never get to have.
Oh my Otimari,
just like see, if you live with a doting parent. If you live under the roof or with a doting mother or father, you would not try cohabitation. because you know that your mother could pop in on you in school.
Yes.
I'm telling you, money, it happened to me in school.
Without even telling you.
Do you know that even in now we live in a society where parents do not even.
They don't have time.
They don't have the time.
They are too busy.
They are too busy to
making money.
Some can't even say this is what my child is doing.
The mother that cannot go and drop a daughter in primary school. Lọ máa gbéra láti Èkó lọ sí Uniben.
And the driver is already sleeping with the kids.
So what are we talking about? So many of these things are
my mom did that to me in school. It was a Sunday, and Kaduna to Zaria is like 45 minutes. I didn't tell my mom I was going to Kaduna. I traveled that very, very early in the morning.
To go see who?
To go see my boyfriend then. So I'm telling you, I got to Kaduna and it wasn't. I think he just picked me up from the bus stop and we're heading home. My friend just called me. Hello,
your mom is
Sarah. How? And he said, my mom said she went downstairs to call me. So on getting inside, my mom was there. Was trying to I just called my mom. I said hello. Anybody was actually gonna see me missing. Intentionally I ended the call. But my going to Kaduna, I'm not sure I spent 1 hour because
you rushed back.
Oh yeah. I was coming, I didn't even go back to school. I went straight home. I went to explain I just left this morning.
You met her?
She has gone home. She left.
She went back home.
She went back home.
Okay, so you had to go home.
I had to go home straight. So that she would know that it's not as if I didn't come back that day or I went for too long.
That you are philandering.
I was philandering. So I had to go home and explain to her, actually, he's someone she has met. Boy. She met her okay.
Just a friend.
Just a friend. So I said, okay, this is where. Oh,
you actually told her?
Yes, God forbid. See, things like that.
And I think
so,
that's the role of
and that was the last time I ever tried that, because that thought keep coming to my head that what happens if you're on your way and you had an accident?
Yeah,
what will you tell God? Where were you coming from?
Or like the one we witnessed in Oshun, or he ends up taking you to a pastor where they eat pencil on your head and then they will cut you out and all of that.
So
that happens as well. So parents should do more.
Those are the disadvantages.
Yeah, parents should do more in monitoring their kids. Okay, before we take calls, let's have another musical break. This one is coming from Tubaba. If Love Is a Crime.
Let's take it gently, baby. Me, I know get benzo. I know get bendy, baby. All I got is love for you, for you. There's been a lot of toasting. Lots of guys have been up to her, but she told them she was waiting for the one that God was sent to fulfill a kind of craving, a special kind of loving, one with lot of understanding. Come rain, come shining. People started to say that she wanted more than a Mr. Right. All that she wanted was a man that sees the light. They say she's a fool for being uptight, when all that she wants is good love, not be fight. Special kind of girl, hard to come by. This kind of girl I want to make my wife. You're the one, say no more. Don't bother about what the people say, as I say. Every time that I look into your eyes, I see fire in there, fire. And if you look into my eye, you see desire in there, desire. And if love is a crime, then I want to be wanted. Said if love is a crime, I'm willing to be haunted. Got a lot of respect for you, cause your kind is so rare, so rare. It's kinda hard to imagine, but I be your beginning and your ending. Oh, I wanna be the only one that you be sending. I can't believe she's still a virgin. Lots of guys have been up to her, but there was no compromising. She be strong, she be keeping herself until the day of her wedding, under the right sea.
All right, so welcome back. We're still here on Pains, Love and Family, and we're talking cohabitation. You can quickly, please, when you're calling us, make your contributions as quickly as possible so that we can allow other people make their contributions as well. The number is 08162519991. 08162519991. That's the number to call. Call us and let us know your take on our topic of discussion. Hello, good afternoon. Okay.
08162519991. That's what. That's the number that will get you through to the studio this afternoon. I'll be talking about cohabitation, the advantages, the disadvantages, whether marriage is better than cohabitation. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Hello.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Please turn down the volume of your radio set, please.
All right. This is Godwin on the line.
Godry.
Yes, on the line.
I'm still hearing my voice. Please stay away from your radio set. Hello?
I'm Godwin.
Okay, go ahead, Godwin.
All right. In cohabitation of 4 children. No?
You can hear you. Go ahead.
The cohabitation was about 4 children. Which is there any advantage when inside of the woman or the man?
I don't get you.
4 children. What do you mean by 4 children?
Maybe he doesn't know what we're talking about.
You didn't get our point of discussion.
Hello, Godwin. Okay, cohabitation is when 2 adults live together and they are not married, but they are living lovers. So let's get that straight. 08162519991. That's the number to call.
Hello, good afternoon.
08162519991. That's the number to call. If you have anything to say about what we'll be talking about this afternoon on Pains, Love and Family.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Good afternoon.
Yeah, we are enjoying your program,
Thank you very much. What's the name, please?
So it's Paul talking to you.
Thank you for calling, Paul. Your contribution?
I just meet 2 people and not have any contribution to talk.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. 08162519991. That's the number to call. Call us and let us know what you think. Hello. Hello. Good afternoon.
Well, keep down.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is Debbie from Mori.
Oh, Debbie. How are you? Good afternoon, Debbie.
I'm fine. Please, my question goes to Mr. Dimeji particularly.
Okay.
So are you saying that cohabitation is necessary when you're in courtship for youth?
I'm not saying it is necessary. I only said I've done it before. I'm not saying it is good. But I also said I learned from it. But that does not mean it is good.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I would not support it as a Christian. As a good Christian. Right. Yeah. Cross my heart.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
I want to nail Dimeji to the cross today. You say we should start cohabitating. And let's see if we can take one more call before we go on the program today. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm Fadi Kemi from Akure.
Thank you for calling, Fadi Kemi. You're our last caller. Please go on.
Yes, my own point of view is cohabitation is very wrong. Like both as a Christian, both as a Muslim, no matter where you are, cohabitation is wrong.
Even as a traditionalist, yeah.
Even as an herbalist.
Yes, it is wrong.
Cohabitation is very wrong. I've been there and I'm out of there, and still I can't advise anyone to go into it.
Thank you very much.
That's my own point of view.
You've been there, done that. Thank you very much.
Exactly.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, I think it's time to call it a day on today's edition of the program. I want to thank Jumoke for coming on the program again today.
Thank you for always being there.
Yeah, conversation is not good.
The Garima is running. Thank you very much.
Stop destroying your gang.
Miriam, thank you very much for coming. Okay, I want to thank you for being part of the show. It's been Pains, Love and Family on the 9 FM. I will be talking cohabitation this afternoon. My name is Dimeji, and I will just tell you that for me personally, why test run it if you're going to live it for life, if you're really serious about it? So for me, cohabitation is not something I would advise. My name is Dimeji. Have a lovely weekend.
Okay, I'm Moninkanola, Ogidan. We'll see you next week Friday, God willing. Bye-bye.
Come on in, come shining. People started to say that she wanted more than a Mr. Right. All that she wanted was a man that sees the light. They say she's a fool for being uptight, when all that she wants is good love, not be fight. Special kind of girl, hard to come by. This kind of girl I might want to make my wife. You're the one, say no more. Don't bother about what the people say, cause I say every time that I look into your eyes, I see fire in there. Fire. And if you look into my eye, you see desire in there. Desire. And if love is a crime, then I want to be wanted. Said if love is a crime, I'm willing to be haunted.
Don't get it twisted, love is a beautiful thing. It's done jazzy again. I'm the bunch. Oscar like what you make a first call me. When the Coco Master fall in love. You don't say what I don't pass, Gary. Hey! I'm in love. Are you in love?
Mama, you done make me fall in love.
You don't make me fall in love. You don't make me fall in love. You don't make me
We fall in love because you done make me fall in love.
You don't make me fall in love. You don't make me fall in love. You don't make me fall in love.
My sweet potato, I wanna tell you my mind, oh. I know, understand, oh. Cause I just see well, but they say love is blind, oh. You see as you day, so you are the love of my life, oh. I cannot deny, oh. I wanna make you my wife, oh. See, I never thought that I would find someone like you that would capture my heart, and there's nothing I can do. I used to brag to my friends that I'd always be a player, but since I set my eyes on you, mama, you done make me fall in love.
You don't make me fall in love. You don't make me fall in love. You don't make me fall in love.
Refreshing, cool, classy, and funky. Adaba 88.9 FM.